check the mixer of that.
Try again.
Do your intro.
Let's see.
Do your intro and start with the two coaches. Then I'll just come and finish with you.
Vixen, can you hear me? Welcome to the Rama Star Stadium, this fantastic edifice that we have here in the southwest region of Nigeria. This is the semi-final of the Value Jet Cup, the second edition, and that is what we are here to discuss about. We've got the manager of Beyond Limit Football Academy here, Coach Olumide Ajibolade, and he's going to be talking with us very briefly before we hear from the second manager of Kwara United, because the game we've got for you is Beyond Limit Football Academy against Kwara United. Coach Olu, your team were drafted very late into the tournament, and I know that you were not expecting it, but you're now in the semi-finals. Expectations have begun to change, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. We're on holidays, just got back from Sweden and the boys were on a break. And I think one of the MPFL teams pulled out, and we were the closest team, to be called on short notice. So we actually started training Tuesday, and the tournament started on Thursday. So we weren't actually prepared for it, but we have to be always ready for football.
Your team has played against 3 MPFL sides already, yet to concede a goal, yet to go behind first. Is there something special that you teach these guys? Because we see you coming up with the board when you want to have your pre-match warm-up. Is there something you teach them that is different from just going out there to express themselves?
Like I said in the last interview, that we don't. It's about what we do every day. The academy is built on excellence, and everything that we do is about excellence. The training, the idea, our game model. It's about ensuring that each player can be excellent in their position, in the execution of their skills, and when they come together, they can express football in a beautiful way. ideally for us, we would want to look at the game as an opportunity to test them against more advanced players, as it may be. But I think football at the end of the day is not about age. It's about whenever you're ready. If you understand the game, if you can apply and compete, then you're ready.
Finally, before I let you go to join your boys, you mentioned coming back from Sweden, and we know that earlier on the team went to the United States. The exposure that the players have gotten from those tournaments, would you say it's very influential in how they play here, or is the footballing really different from what we have here in Nigeria?
The exposure is priceless. You know, you cannot put a price on exposure for young players, because apart from the fact that the football culture across America and Europe is a bit different. You know, there's a lot of physicality in America, and in Europe it's more technical, it's a bit quicker. And they've got to go there and compete. And while they play, we lost a couple of games on these tours, and every game that they've lost, you know, we learned a lot. We took the lessons, we did the reviews on how we could be better, and when we come back here, we just have to continue to compete. And the MPFL gives a different stimulus to the players, but we're always ready because the boys have experienced such previously.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We'll hear from you after the game. As the coach of Beyond Limit Football Academy, we'll go for a very short break, and we'll hear from the coach of Kwara United, who is coming to join us pretty quickly. Coach, welcome to the semi-final game, and then I know that you've worked very hard to get your players to this level. You arrived here in Kenya as quickly as possible, one of the first teams to arrive. Coach Kabiru Dogo, what's your assessment of the team and how they have played getting into the semi-finals?
Yeah, firstly, let's commend the organizers for the very job well done. For at least they have a very good in terms of organization. As far as the team is concerned, the Beyond Limit, that they are the young boys that we are playing today, definitely with their results, with their performance, you know that definitely they are future stars of Nigerian football. But notwithstanding, my team is ready for them.
But then your side have been able to keep 2 clean sheets in the competition. But now today, it's going to be a very younger side. Do you feel like you can easily get one over them? You'll be able to get into the finals as quickly as possible?
Yeah, well, I believe that there's nothing easy in life. Everything you have to work for it. I know we're going to work for our money, but at the end of the day, I know the experience will judge. We'll get to the final ticket. That's what I just believe, because I have confidence in the team. We are bidding. They are young boys too, so that can move with them. Just like I said, it's not an easy start, but I know we are going to cross the hurdle like God goes.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We'll catch up with you shortly. So that's from the second manager, the manager of Kwara United, Coach Kabiru Dogo. We'll go back for a very, very quick break, and then we'll have a little discussion about this game from our analysts. He has gone for drone shot. Jet Cup. And I'm joined here on pitch side for analysis by Adepoju Tobi Samuel, the one that you know has Oganla. You see he's wearing a Alagboli boy to the world. And that's his brand. We've got a game that you've tagged as the Ayenugba affair, the family affair, and because we have Dene and Daniel in go for the two sides. How interesting is this one going to be for the semi-final fixture?
I mean, absolutely, it's really going to be an interesting game. It's also historic. I think this is the first time, if not a very long time, we are having, relatives, father and son in goal. Is something special for us, the Value Jet Cup, to see, Dele Ayenugba, some of us, watch him as a kid, and also now watching his son as an adult. I mean, it's an interesting thing, and to make this happen at the Value Jet Cup makes it very beautiful. So we're looking forward to the game and see what these, two guys will offer us in today's game.
Daniel has been one of the most exceptional goalkeepers in this competition, and he picked up the Man of the Match award in one of the previous games, and his father had to come down to take a picture with him. He made some fantastic saves there, and they've got 26 years or so between them. I mean, Dele is very experienced. He has the Champions League, African Champions League with Enyimba, won it twice, and then the wealth of experience that he brings into this competition, I think it's going to be very good for the branding of the Value Jet Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good for the branding, and I can't even explain how these guys are really holding on emotionally for this, especially for the son and also for the father. It's really a great thing for a father. I mean, on a different side, and your son is making the saves. On the other side, you also want to keep your team to win. I mean, I think this moment will be special for the family. It's something they will keep for life. It's something they will tell their next generation about how the dad and son face in a relative game, a competitive game, so to speak. And I mean, for Beyond Limit, the late invitee, they became the more Adugo of this tournament. I mean, they're unbeaten against MPFA clubs, 3 MPFA clubs, again the 2002 champions, brilliant performance against Abia Warriors, and the Kwara United game looks like they're also on the edge, for this game, because they've been brilliant in the group game. So I want to see how Dele, really come up against his son. It will really be the defining moment. But I think the two goalkeepers will make a very key decisions, or there will be the reason why one of their teams will progress to the final.
You already took us to Beyond Limit Football Academy, and we've seen them play. The style of football that they play here, it's like they're not scared of whatever opponents they are facing. They've taken the game to shooting stars. They've picked up a win against Abia Warriors and even the goalless draw against Rivers United. Absolutely. And it just looks like these young players might just find themselves in the final for being invited late into the tournament. And yeah, it looks like they might get to the final.
Yeah, the coach said, I mean, it has been a process for them. I mean, they've been here for over the years. Some of these boys have been in this academy for 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, they've grown, they've played games outside the country. They've also, based on the first time they're playing against MPFA clubs, the first several tournament also playing against an MPFA club. And the coach mentioned something like this is the moment for them. I mean, they're closing 18. And like we always say, if you're close to 18, you should be able to play in the MPFL. The likes of it, we're running debuts less than when they were 17. Yeah. So at 18, 19, should be able to play in the MPFL. So if you have this opportunity to show that young players can play in the league, so it's a very big platform. And I enjoy what they've brought to the tournament. I've enjoyed the kind of football they've played. People are really admiring them. I mean, it's a different thing. People should understand. Adults and kids, it's a different two things. The adults are more result oriented. Yeah. The boys have got flair. They want to express themselves. They want to enjoy football. It's different from, the adults and the kids. So it makes this game very interesting. I'm looking forward to what they will bring into today's game, especially from the Kwara United aspect. They are also unbeaten. They've got motivation. I mean, they've been brilliant also in the tournament. So I want to see what this game, the outcome will look like. So if the Beyond Limit, if they get a win today, it will not be a shocker because they've done it in the last 3 games against an MPFS side. So a win today will not be a shocker. It will just become something for us, or normal thing for us in the Value Jet tournament.
Kwara United arrived here as one of the first teams aside the home club of so they arrived here very early, and it looks like Coach Kabiru Dogo is taking this tournament really serious, although during the interviews he says he's just trying to assess his players and see the level that they are in. But for Kwara United, who at 2 seasons ago they played on the CAF Confederations Cup, you feel like their ambitions this season should be going a little more higher?
No, all the coaches here at this tournament will tell you it is just pre-season. We're just trying our players, but deep inside them is a different thing. This is a very big platform, streaming on YouTube. A lot of hundreds of people are watching. The manage we've put together in this tournament is really interesting, attracting a lot of people. So there's pressure. People are watching and learning. People also want checking the feedback. So I mean, I understand the coach want to try and put the pressure off them and say this is all the pre-season time, but you want to win it. I mean, and it's also good that you're winning something outside your home. Yes, it's a pre-season. Yeah. Imagine winning on the soil of Remo Stars. They lost to Remo Stars, last season in the semi-final. Yeah. This time around against Remo Stars Academy. So I mean, it's. So I understand the fact that the coaches want to put the pressure outside of them, but I don't think he doesn't want to win. I think he wants to win. He wants to make a big spend against Beyond Limit and go as far as win a tournament, in the next 2 days.
Finally, just to put you on the spot, your prediction for this game?
This one a tight corner. I think this game will go into penalty. So let's see if Dela Enugba will bring that penalty magic, usually do for Imba International in those years. So let's see what happens.
Well, I love to see penalties in this game, and we're going to head to the commentary box to join Michael Imiavan. That's Mike the Pundit that you know, and that's going to be the end for our P-side broadcast. We'll see you at the end of the game and the beginning of the second game as well.
scored, just 1 goal conceded. Beyond Limit Football Academy, the giant killer of what has been an enjoyable 2023 Valley Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament. Tiptoe their way onto this patch for a place in the final against another NPFL side in Kwara United, whom for themselves drew against the seniors of their semi-final opponent. Remo Stars defeated Outland 1-0 and drew again against Sporting Lagos goalless. Kwara United are aware of the possible 2 million naira winners prize money or 1.5 million naira for the first result. Beyond Limits aware of the first money too and the March Watson prize at stake, but more with Dragon Right. This time, we're ready for the kick of the football. Welcome to our live broadcast of the semi-final fixture of the 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup Tournament. My name is Michael Imiavan, describing proceedings to you today, and I've got alongside me Samuel Bamishebi to be my color commentator. The biggest story coming through from the team news is that both father and son face off against each other in goal, Dele and Daniel, for the Ayenugba family. The team news for Beyond Limit Football Academy. Daniel Ayenuba is in goal, like I mentioned earlier. Ahmed Akinyele, Stanley Joseph, Dadios Oguneyi, Farouk Ogundare, Samad Kokwala, Biliamiyu Abdullahi, Ogunaya Sunday, who has been mesmerizing defense thus far this tournament, while the highest goal scorer for the Academy boys, Onyebuchi Obasi, alongside Arubo Ageri, who scored a goal against Abia Warriors last time out. On the substitute bench is Shino Ayodele, Moyedin Olude, Victor Iboro, Adnan Kabir, Oreluwa Agbenla, Valentine Nweke, Azan Wahab, Promise Meliga, Musa Abdullahi, Abbas Olasukomi, Sadiq Lawal, Aputazem Favor. For the opponent, speaking of Kwara United, we've got in goal the father, Bamidele Ayenuba, with Jesse number 1, Musa Abdulafiz, Kabir Mohammed, Okoro Victor, Benson Abe, Muritala Dago, Omoalaye Abiodun. There is also Shola Abdurrahim, Samuel Ayarinde, Tengod Ikeogu, and Ikena Ofo are the man who scored the very first goal of the 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament. What a sight to behold here today as we see the pre-match hostilities between the father and the son. I'm honestly awaiting the handshake between this great father and son who are really putting the Ayenuba family on the map. Samuel, welcome. Beyond Limit Football Academy are coming through from a group that had all NPFL comers. They failed to lose a single game. They only considered one. Now is another time to face another NPFL side. In fact, if they are to win this trophy, they would need to beat all NPFL side because they are the only academy team at this tournament. Welcome, Samuel. An absolute pleasure to have you beside me here today. Describe to color this one while I describe it to our audience around the world.
It's an absolute delight to be here, Mike. We've got a fantastic matchup before us, and it's not just because of the teams that are playing here, so you know that it's because of the men who are going to be in goal for these two sides. And interestingly, they both donned the captain's armband for this game. Dele Ayenuba has been in goal once before already in the tournament, but he didn't wear the armband. We had Musa Abdulafiz and then Kabiru also put on the captain's armband. But today, it's going to be Dele Ayenuba and Daniel Ayenuba, the Ayenuba's affair, really, to be precise. And I'm really looking forward to how this one is going to pan out. These young boys have really taken the bull by the horn. They've punched above their weight, some people might say, and the pictures that we see is really fantastic. Yeah, that's the man, 26 years older than his son. He's 39, he's going to be 40 in November, and he's had pretty good stints with the national team as well as with Enyimba Football Club, the winner of the African Champions League as well with Enyimba. And then the other goalkeeper, Daniel, one of the finest goalkeepers we've had in the Valley Jet Cup. He's picked up really important saves, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how both teams face off today. It's going to be flair against experience, and I'm really looking forward to see what this match has to offer for us.
We kicked off the first semi-final has now kicked off between Beyond Limit Football Academy and Kwara United. An academy side against an MPFL side. Playing from left to right is Beyond Limit Football Academy, who are joining the red jersey, while Kwara United in their green and a stripe of yellow jersey. Striking from long range now. First on target has come inside just 50 seconds. I can see Sammy smiling. We are also smiling because we know this game has got the potential to be an absolute blockbuster of our fixture. "39-year-old Dele Ayenuba, just as we commence our proceedings here, I want to apologize in advance for the commentators of this game. There could be some mix-up between Daniel and Dele. You would have to make do with that, but we'll try to stick us up, being professionals enough as we can, to make do with not mixing up these two names.
already tested both goalkeepers. I mean, Daniel just had to make a save, and Dele made one very earlier on in the game. But I think it's going to be fantastic. Whenever any of the goalkeepers make a save, yeah, you're going to see smiles from the crowd, definitely. And really, I hope we don't mix up in terms of the name. We don't mix up our mistakes. But I feel like Kwara United have started really on their ascendancy. They are taking the game to beyond limit. They want to press them very high and put them inside their own half and make them struggle to come out. So it's really going to be fantastic and interesting to see how beyond limit play out from the back, because they love to play with the football to their legs, short passes and a mixture of those long diagonal balls to beat the high press of the fullbacks.
Just in case you're just joining our live broadcast, in case you've missed it, we would go through the starting 11 for both sides one more time. We've got in goal for Beyond Limit Football Academy, Daniel Yenuba Ahmed Akinyele will play from the defense alongside Stanley Joseph. Dadios Oguni Farouk Gundari will play in the midfield. Right, there is also Samad Kupola in the midfield for the coach Olumide Ajibola, the tutor side. Biliaminu Abdullahi Ogbunaya Sunday Onyebuchi Obasi, while there is Oparobo Arieri. On the bench, we've got Shino Ayodele, Muhyiddin Olude, Victory Ibara, Adnan Kabir, Oyoluwa Agbenla, Valentine Nweke, Hazan Wahab, Promise Meliga, Musa Abdullahi, and there is also Abbas Olasukomi. Sadiq Lawal, Aputzazem Favor, is the deputy goalkeeper for today's fixture. For Kwara United, Bamdele Adenuga Yenuga is in goal, Musa Abdulafiz, Kabir Muhammad, Okoro Victor, Benson Abe, Muritala Dagbo, Omolaye Abiodun, Shola Abdugayim, Samuel Ayarinde, thank God, Ikeugu. Big strike now has come through for Kwara United, who strikes first in this game. Inside 3 minutes, we'll have our first goal of the semi-final, the first semi-final here today. The Beyond Limit Football Academy are stunned. This is the first time they are going behind in the tournament. Thank God, has looked straight into the sky, thanking God that he is the first man to score the first goal of the first semi-final and the first semi-final of the 2023 Value Jet Cup. That goal has stunned the entirety of the stadium. Kwara United can't jubilate, they can't celebrate. They were really in jubilation for that goal, because you know what, these boys can play football. And if you score them first, just maybe you can nick one into the final.
But that's exactly what I spoke about minutes ago. Kwara United pushing and playing the high-pressing football to ensure that they pin Beyond Limit back into their own half and force them to play those short passes within their own area. And yeah, that's where the goal came from. Beyond Limit have struggled to come out, and that goal, absolutely fantastic. They took that one very well, and they walked their way to find a way to beat the pressing of Beyond Limit. But so far, I think it's going to be an interesting game. It's yet to see how Beyond Limit respond to going down first in the game.
I was actually rolling out the starting 11 for both sides until thank God decided to pull one out from a church. Daniel Yenuba. In possession, Farouk Gundari has been intercepted, and Kwara United can now break. The mental strength of the academy boys will now be tested. It's their first time of going behind in the competition. Kwara United will come one more time now from the far right hand side. The cross is heavy, goes for a goal kick to Beyond Limit Football Academy. Beyond Limit Football Academy nil, Kwara United 1. First 5 minutes of action gone here in Ikene. Daniel for the academy boys. Finding Ahmed. There is Dadios who goes long. The Kwara United can defend this one now. Butcher Basi trying to run through. Still Kwara United with Kabir Mohammed. Kabir Mohammed finding Musa Abdulafiz. Abdulafiz goes long into the center circle. The first touch is good from Sami Ayarinde. Ayarinde quickly locating Abiodun. Abiodun still in the center circle, now has possession. Rolling it long to Sami Ayarinde to strike for a second goal! Beautiful! Low drive into the right-hand corner of Daniel. Samuel Ayarinde up against Daniel. This is not for the scriptures. This is for a football game. 2-0 inside 6 minutes, and Beyond Limits have got to show something out of this one now. It's going to be difficult, but boy, Kwara United showing why they are an NPFL side.
Oh my, look at the brilliance in play from Kwara United. They've pressed them, they've regained possession within short time, and then look at the ball. Defense, beautiful, absolutely beautiful defense pleasing pass, and the strike from Mayorinde was really unerring, and look at the celebration. Absolutely fantastic goal. I think Kwara United are really taking this one more seriously than any other side that I've seen here, and they've really surprised Beyond Limits. It's a shocker to them.
Of course, it's the shocker because you look at how they've played all of their games. 3 games coming into this one. Conceded just 1 goal now. They've conceded 6. They conceded inside 6 minutes 2, conceding 2 goals inside 6 minutes. You look at Kwara United. I think I like the fact that they started really well. You cannot afford to give these boys a breathing space inside the first 10 minutes. Coach Kabiru Dogo has talked to his boys and told them that these boys, if you can score a goal in the first 15 minutes, you can unsettle them. Now you've scored 2 in just under 7 minutes. It means that we're about to see more and more goals here. And this is definitely how to start at the first semi-final. We knew that this game promises to be the most interesting, I think, in terms of play. Now, they come one more time now. Samuel Yarimide, this goal scorer of the second goal for Kwara United. Beautiful dribble, still Samuel. It's cleared off quickly there by Ahmed Akinyele. Sunday Bunaya can now break forward. It's heavy, and the throw-in would be called for Kwara United.
I think the defensive and centre-back pairing for Beyond Limit really need to close down the spaces. Those pocket of spaces between them, that lead to box that's available is what Kwara United are trying to exploit in this game. They've choked them very well. They play the high press. They've won possession. I think Samuel Lorende has got too much strength, and these guys are just unable to cope with it. But then it's left to be seen how Coach Olumide will respond to this game. Do they change their tactics? Do they stick to what they have planned in the game? Because so far it's still the mixture of the short passes and long diagonal balls that Beyond Limit have resulted to play. But really, it's left to be seen how they respond to this. They've never gone 1 down. Now they're 2 down inside the first 10 minutes, and that's really surprising. But Kwara United look like they're going to look to break that press that's coming from Beyond Limit very well. Musa Abdullahi as well as Akindele need to be careful in that defense.
The first substitution would now be called by Coach Olumide Ajibalade as Musa Abdullahi comes on from Biliaminu. A substitution in the first 10 minutes, Samuel?
That's the response I was talking about. It's left to see how he responds. And he's responded with a substitution already. Quickly, he wants to change how he's going to play. And I really want to see what he's going to do with that substitution. Did they change to playing only long balls, but they don't have the height advantage over the Kwara United side, and they don't have the strength as well. So what are they going to do? Maybe play closer triangles close to themselves so they can pick that short pass in between one another, and then look forward to pick up a long diagonal balls to beat the high pressing of Kwara United, because Musa Abdullahi is always forward. So maybe that's what they're going to be looking to exploit at the moment.
Exploiting at the moment for Kwara United in possession of the ball. Abdullafiz goes all the way back now to find his own defensive pairing in Kabir Mohammed. Kabir Mohammed to the right hand side, Okoro Victor. Okoro Victor in possession of the ball. Goes long one more time now. The transition from the midfield to the attack for Kwara United has really been spot on. Twice they've, 3 times they've had a shot on target. 2 times they've scored. Farouk Ogundari now in possession for Beyond Limit Football Academy. Musa Abdullafiz. Onyebuchi Obasi is the one inside a throw-in. Beyond Limits now from the left. Musa Abdullahi, the substitute, has possession. wanting to locate Farouk Ogundari. The touch is heavy. He can come straight now to Kwara United, who have possession of the ball. Dagbo is brought down. Referee has got playback for a free kick to Kwara United. Kwara United center circle now. And the game management would really be key for Kwara United here. It's going to be surprising if they score more. They really can score more, but at the same time, they would be hoping to see out the game and get into the final. They've got 80 minutes of football to play to get into the final. 80 minutes to defend a 2-goal lead. 80 minutes not to concede. 80 minutes also available for Beyond Limits to pull this game back. If this game ends at a draw, we'll head straight to penalties. Throwing from the far left-hand side now for Beyond Limits Football Academy. Bayeri has been flagged offside. And a free kick would be taken by Daniel Ayenuba. Dele Ayenuba, the 39-year-old. We'll check through the goal again from Samuel Ayarinde. I think the pass was really good to have caught the defense of Beyond Limits napping, and I must honestly appreciate that finish. Samuel has showed quality, even as shooting stars now with Kwara United. Such a big player. That's
the kind of quality I possess. I mean, that's why we bear Samuel. But yeah, the pass was really brilliant. It broke the defense pairing of Abdullahi and Shino Akinyele. Ahmed Akinyele, I beg your pardon. And the finish was really precise. It took it from way out. He didn't need to go close to the goalkeeper. Daniel stood no chance there. And I think even if it was Dele in goal there, it was also going to beat him. But that strike was really powerful. And that man that they've gotten from Shooting Stars, Samuel Ayarinde, is proving like he's going to be a very good force for Kwara United in the coming season.
Kwara United coming through now with another chance at goal. It has been intercepted by Beyond Limit Football Academy, who are still playing infield now. In possession, Ahmed finds Farouk. Farouk has lost the ball. Back now to Dagbo of a throw into Beyond Limit. Quarter of an hour played now. Beyond Limit Football Academy, BLFA nil, Kwara United 2. But the beauty about this game is that Kwara United also are a side who have got the Kwara Football Academy. So they also know what it means to play against an academy side. In Ilorin, there is an academy right in the state, in Kwara State. So if they are facing an academy side today, they know what to expect. Oyembuchi Obasi trying to run through a delivery. Bayeri now in possession for PLFA. They've won themselves a free kick, as well spotted by the referee. The fans in the stadium are hoping that this would be their first real opportunity to strike and half the deficit.
You talk about an academy in Kwara. Kwara has played against a couple of academies in Kwara State, and then that can be really likened to the work that has been done by Ama Pro, and they've done fantastic work organizing really good tourneys in the state. So the academy boys in the state have had a lot of competitions to play, and now even Kwara United has had a taste of it. But here they play against Beyond Limit. Beyond Limit have a different ideology to football, but so far that ideology hasn't worked against a side like Kwara United.
Oyembuchi Obasi strike at goal. It's straight into the wall. That was a really huge free kick with so much power from Oyembuchi Obasi. The defensive wall, as marshaled there by Dele Ayenuba, was important to have blocked that free kick. Bayeri trying to run through against Abdulafiz, who goes long, but would relinquish possession for Ahmed Akinyele. Mohamed Abdullahi, who quickly finds his own teammate in goal. Daniel Ayenuba, still Daniel.
Goes long. Will bring in play Onyebuchi Obasi. West it straight back now to Ahmed Akinyele. Ahmed Akinyele to Mohammed. Farouk Ogundari. The pass is intercepted by Kwara United, who have possession of their own now. Still Kwara United. Good dribble infield. A referee says no problem about that. Play will be allowed to continue. Onyebuchi Obasi running throughout the defense. Sunday Bunaya has switched flanks. As Kwara United have now won for themselves. A goal kick, a good defending coming through right from Muritala Dagbu.
You can watch the style of play from Beyond Limit. It's still the same thing that they're trying to work out, playing these short passes and then looking for those long passes in behind the defense, either on the outer right wing channel or the outer left wing channel. But so far, it's still not worked out for them. It looks like the defensive pairing of Kwara United have been able to read all those balls that are coming in behind. They've not had joy on the right hand side. Sonny Ogbonaya has really been chingommed. They've not had joy on the left as well. So far, they've been pushed back and they're not having a lot of joy. Maybe they'll need to go with the short passes and the pass through the center channel and maybe go through those little bucket of spaces in behind the defensive pairing of Kwara United.
Some tactical analysis are coming through from Samuel. I wonder if he would like to pick up a nice certificate or a UFR Pro. That's why he's in the commentary stand with me. If he's that good, he will be on the bench. But he is such a good footballer. Maybe not as good as Kwara here. He has possession now. He has one inside a throw-in. Onyebuchi Obasi would run through this one for the academy boys. It's taking the throw-in. It comes straight now to Farouk, who tries to go longer, finding Karobayeri. The possession is still not lost. A free kick now to Beyond Limit Football Academy. After that, Yosoguni was adjudged to have been fouled. The referees are appearing like he's taking no nonsense from all of the 22 players available on this stuff. The free kick is heavy. Having a good view of the ball was Delia Yenuba, as the free kick failed to trouble him. Beyond Limit now in possession. Onyebuchi Obasi. Good dribble, goes long. Daniel is there. But Deliasa picked up the pieces of the ball. Daniel Ayenuba for Beyond Limit Football Academy to Dadi Osoguni Mohammed. A good one there from the academy boy. In possession, center circle. Farouk Ogundari can't keep the ball in play. Kwara United now have won for themselves a throw-in. Our first 20 minutes of football gone here at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene. It's a Beyond Limit Football Academy 0, Kwara United 2. Some have mentioned on our live stream that they've been rushed like shawarma.
I really don't understand. You eat shawarma. You rush shawarma when you eat, but that's the first time that Beyond Limit are having joy on the right-hand side, playing exactly how they want to play. Those passes have come the way they wanted finally, and the long ball from Shino is very good, but unable to connect with it was Parabo. But maybe if they take their time to build through the left and right hand channel, they'll be able to get those crosses into the center area. Dele is a tall man, so it might be difficult to beat him in terms of header, but a mixture of those passes might eventually prove very important for them.
It's honestly funny how I think that the Beyond Limit boys are under pressure, in as much as this is a preseason game. It's the first time they are going behind, like we've mentioned oftentimes on this live broadcast. They've got the fans in the stadium. I can assure you that 99.9% of the fans in this stadium are supporting Beyond Limit Football Academy. And that's where the pressure kicks in. Onyebuchi Obasi has got 3 green and yellow shirts to deal with. It doesn't do that, but however, one inside a throw-in quickly takes it for his team. The elbow challenge has been spotted by the referee, and it means a penalty for Beyond Limit Football Academy. The referee has appointed to the spot for a penalty to Beyond Limit Football Academy on the 21st minute mark. We will check that again on replay. After Oyembuchi Obasi won his side a throw-in here, didn't hesitate to pick up the pieces of the ball, wanted to give Farouk Ogundare, takes the throw-in. We'll check again on replay now. Right in that inside the box, elbow challenge, and it seems that the player would need medical. That was Sunday Gunaya, who has been troubling defense all tournament.
Yeah, Sunday Gunaya had more joy playing against Time with Shooting Stars, but the referee was really nice to spot that one at that critical position in the game. I think on the speed of play, you really might not have seen it, but you need to give credit to the referee. We can see it from the replay, but the referee spotted it in real time. Was able to see that the challenge came right before the edge of the box. The assistant referee on the near side as well spotted it, and he waved the flag. So I think kudos should go to the central referee. Kwara United will not believe that it's come. They'll feel like the challenge was outside, but it was right inside.
Kudos to the referee for spotting that, and kudos to the guys behind the stream for also providing us with a replay that shows it's a correct decision from the referee. Oyembuchi Obasi up against Dele Ayenuba, a man old enough to be his father. Does he send him the wrong way? Farouk Ogundare rather would take this free kick. Oyembuchi Obasi has lost the last penalty. Farouk strikes, low drive, comfortably gone. Oh, how much I love that from Farouk Ogundare. So much to send a man old enough to be a father the wrong way. Football does not respect age. He has shown little or no respect for Dele Ayenuba in goal. Beyond Limit Football Academy have now halved the deficit. 23 minutes of football gone from the Ramos Star Stadium in Ikena. It's Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2. Game on, as we usually say, Samuel.
Yeah, it was a really fantastic and well-taken penalty to send Dele Ayenuba the wrong way. The man had a lot of confidence to take that one the way he wanted to do it. But I think credit should go to the coach as well, Olumide Ajibolade, the way he responded to being 2 goals down with that substitution. It has really steadied the ship for Beyond Limit. They're having a little more control of the ball now, and the players are playing with a lot more confidence. And now they look like the game is there for them to be taken. So 1 goal down, they'll look like they can fight and get themselves back on level 10 before maybe doing what people will not expect. A comeback here for Beyond Limit will be quite unprecedented, but wow, that would be a big shocker.
If they are to make do with a comeback, they must defend, or Daniel in goal must be able to ensure that he doesn't pick the ball out of his net from this free kick situation for Kwara United. We've only played 25 minutes of football. We've seen 3 goals. A free kick now. Sami Ayarinde, the goal scorer of the second goal, standing on this one. It takes from way out. Wow. Corner kicker 1 for Kwara United. That was looking like it's going to sail into the back of the net. Daniel had no good view of it, but the corner kick would be in possession for Kwara United.
It took a deflection, so that was difficult for Daniel to see. He already went the other way, and you feel like he might be able to make a save. But the corner kick now for Kwara United.
The corner kick is swung in, and it's going to be a goal kick to Beyond Limit Football Academy. We've mentioned how this game is going to be a game that will provide exciting football. But this game have also provided exciting football plus goals. Sami Ayarinde on the replay for that free kick. A good one from the wall. The resulting corner kick would not trouble Beyond Limit. Then Beyond Limit can come now with a chance of their own. A referee support paid back to give Kwara United a free kick. Enough time for Beyond Limit to get back in the game. Enough time for Kwara United to extend the lead. It's still possible from both ends. If this game ends stalemate, we would be heading for the luxury of penalties. Speaking of penalties, the Super Falcons of Nigeria are sadly out of the FIFA Women's World Cup after losing on penalties 4-2 to the Lioness of England. A lion on this pitch, maybe small lion, beyond limits, big lion, Kwara United, probably. But at the end of 90 minutes, or possibly penalties, will define and tell us who would be playing in the final. For now, it's still 2-1 in favor of Kwara United. And center circle now, Adewale Dagbo. I will quickly find Musa Abdulafiz. Abdulafiz would bring his own teammates in play. Still in for Kwara United is AJ Isaiah. It has been picked away from him as Onyembuchi Obasi will try to break for a counter-attack. A referee has put play back. Farouk Ogundari. I think Farouk Ogundari would be instrumental for Beyond Limit if they had to get back in this game. He has scored the penalty first, and I think that could help boost the morale and the confidence of the boys after going 2-0 down in just 6 minutes.
He's always looking to run in behind the last defender, speaking about Musa Abdulafiz on that wing-hand side. So you feel like he's the focal point for Beyond Limit after all of their short passes. It looks like he's the man that are looking to deliver those crosses into the area. And he's dropped back into the midfield at some point to receive the play and play alongside Pokwala in midfield. So yes, it's going to be quite instrumental. You spoke about penalties, and I think how I would love to see the luxury of penalties at the game, just because I want to see both goalkeepers go at it.
Both goalkeepers going at it. Maybe from the saves might not be enough, but I would love to see a fifth penalty with Daniel going up against his father and sending his father the wrong way.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
A goal kick now for the academy boys. Daniel Ayenuba would quickly take to play from the back to Dadios Ogune. Dadios for Beyond Limit. Can't stand on his feet. There was Farouk Ogundari, who has a lost possession for the NPFL side, who strings a cross in, but has got Daniel in play. After being shocked in the first 6 minutes, I honestly do believe that Beyond Limit are now getting a hold of the game. At possession now, Mohamed to Stalin Joseph. Dadios Ogune. Beyond Limit playing a 3-4-3 formation. Musa Abdullahi, the defensive midfielder that quickly was brought in for Musa Abdullahi. Referee allows the play to continue. Delay darling there from Beyond Limit Football Academy. A free kick now has been called for Kwara United after a foul on Ikena Ofo. Ikena Ofo scored the very first goal of this Value Jet preseason tournament in its second edition. The preseason tournament brought to you by Fly Value Jet, one of Nigeria's fastest growing airlines in the country. And of course, Optimus Bank. Optimus Bank has done pretty well in terms of the Man of the Match award, with each player going home with 100,000 naira. The organizers, which means the organizers have now disbursed, I must say, over $1 million naira at this 2023 edition of the Value Jet Cup.
Yeah, 1.2 million already, with an additional 200,000 to go today, and then 100,000 tomorrow. Oh, lest I forget, a player of the tournament, an additional 100,000 naira. So, a whole total of 1.6 million naira is what Optimus Bank have put into this competition, and I think you really need to applaud the organizers for this.
Applaud the organizers, applaud the brand, applaud the bank, applaud everyone involved. This tournament is being put up to prepare teams ahead of the start of the new NPFL season. We understand the new season would be for the weekend of August 26-27. And as per our sources, we understand that there might be just one match day on the weekend of August 26-27. A chance now for Beyond Limit to strike. It's put back. Referee, come on, referee says play on. The boy was trying to be intelligent. Referee was now moved. Samia was moved. So we check that again on replay. Franco Gundari was bringing in play Kwaroba Yeri. Kwaroba Yeri would take the replay again. Half hour mark. Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2, a claim for a penalty. It was a pulled back, the discretion of the referee. Samuel, what do you make of that decision from the referee? However, a chance to come now for a Beyond Limit, scared of the line. There are claims also there for handball. We're pretty not sure, would have to check that on replay again, but then Beyond Limit have now turned again on its head. The fans are behind them. Ahmed Akinyele now in possession. Mohammed has rolled it to Stanley Joseph. Stanley Joseph will bring in play Mohammed. Farouk Ogundare. Still back to Stanley Joseph. Joseph for Farouk. Farouk twisting and turning to Stanley Joseph. Mohammed. Ahmed Akinyele. Ahmed takes the throw in pretty fast to find Mohammed. Back now to Stanley Joseph. Still Stanley. Kwara United clearing off their line now with AJ Isaiah. Still Kwara United now from Muritala Dagbo. Still Muritala. Kabir Mohammed. Back now to Musa Abdulafiz. To the veteran goalkeeper Daniel Adele Ayenuba. There will be a problem with the names. Abdulafiz, Kwara United. Samuel, the decision from the referee, what do you make of that?
Really difficult. There was a pull on Ariri Parabo. There was a little tug of his shoulder when he bet that run. But I think you need to give credit to Onyebuchi Obasi, who made that turn in the midfield to create the opportunity.
Creating another opportunity for themselves. There was Kwara United, who are seeing Daniel Ayenuba pick up the pieces of the ball.
That's the build-up from Beyond Limit again. From that right side, you see Farouk Ogundare just playing the ball ahead for his player. Yeah, the pullback was really good, but couldn't connect to his Ariri Parabo. Now they're mounting up the pressure. It's been, the last 10 minutes has been all Beyond Limits. They've somehow steadied the ship. They've taken control of the game, and now it's also dominance from Beyond Limits. And that's the turn again from Onyebuchi Obasi. The pass was good for Parabo. He looks like he was looking for a penalty as well, but yet there was a touch on the striker. He tried to send it to the referee, but the referee was smart enough, didn't buy it, and I think it was the right decision. And now Olumide wants to respond again. That's Oludem Muyidin to come on.
He has got nothing to lose. Even if it goes on to lose this one, he has got nothing to lose. So I expect the substitution to be as fast as it can. I would wait. We would make way for Muyidin Olude. I think he has sensed the danger in the defense of Kwara United. He has sensed that if we can drag them in the width, we can drag the defense, pull them apart, then purely we can get a goal. But the substitution is still being prepared as Stanley Joseph has possession for Academy Boys Beyond Limit. Dadius Oguni trying to run through to this one. The press is good. Dele Ayenuba rolls it to Abdulafiz, who has now brought his own teammates in play. Okoro Victor in possession now for Adelami Boys. He's lost possession now for Onyebuchi Obasi. Dylan Darling alongside his man now. He's got two Kwara United men to beat. Still Onyebuchi Obasi. Rolls it now infield. Claims for handball. Referee says no. Play should continue. Play definitely continues now as Stanley Joseph is trying to keep the ball in play. He does keep the ball in play now for the Academy Boys, who have got 10 minutes of the first 45 to find a leveler.
This is absolutely bizarre. They've got Kwara United pinned into their own half and just only finding little bodies to come out. Now, the high press was from Kwara United early in the game, but right now the press is from Beyond Limit. They're winning possession as quickly as they lose it. The recovery time for Beyond Limit can be likened to about 10 seconds thereabouts to recover possession whenever they lose it. So they've done so well to beat the high press of Kwara United initially and now take possession of the game. They're in total control, total dominance, and it looks like they're going to be dictating the play for a long time in this game. They've only got less than 10 minutes in the first half to find an equalizer, really, but you feel they can do it?
Honestly, do feel they can do it. Everyone in the stadium do feel they can do it. The same way we feel that Kwara United can also still extend their lead. 10 minutes plus that of the second 45. It takes us to over 55 minutes plus stoppages to play. So it's really doable for either of these two teams to get into the final. Farouk Ogundare for Beyond Limit. The dribble is not well coordinated. As in possession now for Kwara United is Abdullah Fiza, who rolls it long now, trying to bring in play Samia Yarimide. Yarimide has been flagged offside. And he's down on the turf. Muhyiddin Olude is being prepared to come on. He's now on the turf. Mohamed has been shown a yellow card for dissent. We can confirm substitution for Beyond Limit Football Academy. Sunday Ogbonaya making way for Muhyiddin Olude. How strange is that substitution, Samuel?
Really strange, being that Ogbonaya was the key man in previous game and he was expected to be one of the best players for them today. But I think he's not had too much joy on the left-hand side. If you see how Beyond Limit have played, all of the joy has come from this right-hand side. And that's where you have Farouk Ogundare alongside Onyebuchi Obasi. So it's just looking to take the pressure off Onyebuchi Obasi and as well as Sunday Ogbonaya. I would say he's injured, actually. It looks like he's taking a little knock. But I think the element of surprise from Olude Muhyiddin is going to be very important in this game. He's a fast guy.
He really is a fast guy. I can say that they are like for like. Kwara United, Abdullah Fiz. Back now in possession for Beyond Limit. The crowd appreciates that one, a chance to dribble. He doesn't dribble. He would bring a Stalin Joseph in play. Goes in long now for a first touch to Farouk Ogundare. Nimble-footed. He can't cross, he can't dribble. He would find the best option for himself. The cross comes now. Doesn't meet any red shirt in the box. Samad Kukwala. Still for Onyebuchi Obasi now, not Farouk. Onye has lost possession. The flying tackle comes. The player has a yellow card, Mohamed, ready. The Kwara United boys are complaining to the referee that should be a second yellow card. We will check on replay now. Mohamed with a huge, big challenge. Referee has scored for free kick, but would not sanction Mohamed, who already has a yellow card.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, Mohamed. He dived into that challenge, and he looked like he had the ball to take, but Shola Rahim was just quicker than him. He got to the ball before a little touch on the ball, took it away from Abdullahi, so he needs to be really careful in the game. But I'm still curious to see how Kwara United will respond to this press from Beyond Limit Football Academy. They've totally pegged them back. They've had them in their own half and in their own goal for a long time in the game now. It almost looks like every time Kwara United cross the halfway line, there's a player in red to take away possession from them. So I think it's a good response. Beyond Limits have done so well. I mean, you talk about how Coach Olumide has responded to going 2 goals down. I think you need to praise Coach Olumide as well, the Beyond Limit coach. He's got a wealth of experience from so many international competitions that he's had. And I think even though you think because he's not coaching in an MPFL side, he's not a good coach, I think you're making a very big mistake. He's absolutely fantastic. His reading of the game is spot on, and he has made just the right and the perfect substitution to influence the game. And since those substitutions, it's been all about Beyond Limits.
It's been all about Beyond Limit Football Academy since those are the first substitution, I must say, because the second one is an injury and forced substitution. Final 4 minutes of action plus stoppages. Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2. A whole lot of minutes to be played here, a whole lot of football, a whole lot of dribbles, tackles, passes, brilliant ones, odd ones, saves, more and more still to come. Stanley Joseph for Beyond Limit. Musa Abdullahi back to Stanley Joseph. Joseph has possession, goes long now to bring in play Muhyiddin Olide. They call him Labalaba right here in Ikene. Muhyiddin can dribble, he's that fast. Still Muhyiddin has been intercepted, still back in possession for Farouk Ogundare, who has seen the ball picked out of his feet. Good tackle there by Beyond Limit Football Academy. Farouk still can't dribble, he's yet to get his dribbling feet on. The pullback, same way the referee call playback for a free kick. Kwara United formed in 1974. The roots of the club dates back to the Kwara Water Corporation Football Club in 1974. Still Kwara United was possession now. They find it really difficult to put some shot on target together. They've had 3 shots on target. They scored 2 goals. Caught back, free kick for the Academy boys. Farouk Ogundare would roll the ball back for Ahmed Akinyele to take for his own teammate. Ahmed takes it now to quickly bring and play Stanley Joseph. Stanley Joseph pointing to Dadios Oguniyi to make a decoy run. Dadios can't keep the ball in play, but still going up against his opponent. Dadios, well defended, I must say. Dadios now back to Ahmed Akinyele. Ahmed. Farouk Ogundare. Still Farouk. Center circle, drifting infield. Scott Mohammed now for Stanley Joseph. Kwara United failing to leave the half. It's more like Kwara United are defending for their lives, and we're just in the first 45 minutes. Stanley Joseph, the passes into infield, still can't bring in Dadios Oguniyi, but referee judged that to have been a free kick for Beyond Limit Football Academy. Free kick now for a foul on Musa Abdullahi. To stand on the free kick for the team is Stanley Joseph. Farouk Ogundare is getting near to pick up if he would get a pass. Onyebu Chobasi on the far left. A minute would be added on. And it appears like Coach Olumide is not really happy with that minute added time. The free kick is swung into the area now. Headed clearance there from Okoro Victor, but still has in possession for Beyond Limit Football Academy. They will try to twist and turn. BLFA now. Onyebu Chobasi can control, and it will roll for a goal kick to Kwara United.
Olumide feels that he should be having more than 1 minute of additional time. There's been a lot of stoppages, and I do quite agree with him. Maybe 2 or 3, you say, for substitutions, and then the incident that led to the penalty. But in contrast to how Kwara United played at the start of the game, they started with so much energy, but it just looked like they've been run down. The battery has sort of drained, and then Beyond Limit has choked them into their own half. And now they're playing so much of short passes and staying away from the longer passes, talking about Beyond Limit. So it's just short passes, relying on the turn and press from the midfielders to be able to beat their players one-on-one. And so far, it's been working for them. And they would really love to go level before the halftime break, but I think they will take confidence going into the halftime team talks.
They would definitely take confidence. They can, however, change the halftime team talk from their coach if they get a leveler now. Rolling it long, it's headed back there from Dagu for Dela Yenuba, who has now thrown it to find his own teammates, he can offer. First 45 minutes is done and dusted. A breathtaking one, I must add. 2 goals in the first 6 minutes for Kwara United. That had Samuel Ayomide scoring for his team. And thank God also, not yet thanking God because it's only half-time here in Ikene. Beyond Limits pulling a goal back from the penalty spot by Farouk Ogundare. First 45 minutes to report to you. Beyond Limits Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2. We would catch you for the second half. Welcome for the second 45 minutes of this semi-final, the first of the 2023 Valley Jet Preseason coming. Still to come, Remo Stars versus Shooting Stars in the second semi-final. Kicking off right to left is Kwara United, while Beyond Limits would play from right to left. We want to sincerely appreciate all of you for joining us from around the world on our live streaming of this game, as Beyond Limits would now try to come with a chance of their own. The cross from the right is cleared off by Abdulafiz. We're live from the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene for this 2023 Valley Jet Preseason Cup tournament. Still goes alongside me, Samuel Bamishibi. Samuel, the first 45 was enjoyable. The second is upon us. What are your expectations?
It's a totally enjoyable first 45 minutes, and really looking forward to see how Beyond Limits start this second half. They look like they want to come out and play alongside them, shoulder to shoulder with Kwara United, but Kwara United did not end the first half on a high. There's left to be seen how they respond now to the resurgence that Beyond Limits have shown. And yeah, that's the high press from Beyond Limits. They're coming all out to want to really close them down and recover possession as quickly as possible. So it's really going to be an entertaining second 45 minutes, and I'm really looking forward to it. Maybe another goal, an equalizer, extension of the lead, but then I really loved it to go into penalty.
Samuel says he loves this game to go into penalties for the possibility of Daniel and Dele, father and son, putting the Ayenuga's family name on the map. Stanley Joseph, a free kick for Beyond Limits Football Academy. This is for Yembu Jabasi, who takes. Kwara United will quickly clear. Musa Abdullahi. The pass is beautiful to Paruba Yeri, who can keep possession. Still Paruba. Paruba has lost possession now to Kwara United, who can now play from the back. Sami Ayamide for the Afoja Warriors. Dagu. Still Kwara United, the cross. Daniel being up to the tax of the cross from Kwara United. Cannot roll it for his own teammate as they try to play from the back now. Still Kwara United with Daniel picking up the cross, and now goes long to find Paruba Yeri, but the attempt would not get through to Paruba, who has lost the play for Kabir Mohammed. Kabir Mohammed also has lost possession. Comes straight now to the center circle. First touch is poor, allowing Kwara United to quickly have possession of the ball with Musa Abdulaziz. Muritala Dago. Back to Okoro Victor. Abdulafiz in possession for Kwara United. Back now for Abiodun Omoalaye. Still Kwara United with Kabir Mohammed. Train comes through for Beyond Limits Football Academy. The first 3 minutes of the first half produced a goal. And the first 3 minutes of this second half is yet to produce a goal. Maybe the boys are leaving the game for the later stages. The dribble is really cute there from Beyond Limits, as they've not won for themselves. A free kick quickly taken. Still Beyond Limits now probing forward. Ahmed Akinyele Mohammed. Still Mohammed, who has possession, he wants to strike from way out. But obviously, Adele Ayenuga are showing that, well, we've seen that enough. I've seen that enough over and over again. So this one would not catch me unaware. Kwara United have got their man down, needed the attention of the medics. I'll check again on the replay from Mohamed Abdullahi. Wow, even on replay, the shot still moves really fast.
Yeah, they're looking to penetrate to that back line of Kwara United. If they can't get through the short passes, it looks like the manager has told them to add a little bit of long-range strike, and that's what Abdullahi tried out in that instance. And I think that would be a complete mixture of all of the elements of football. Short passing, long-range passing, diagonals, breaking through the defense line, eye of a needle passing, breaking through the little boxes in behind the defense, and then trying to beat the goalkeeper from way out. But Dele is a big goalkeeper to beat from way out. He's got the height, he's got the reflexes as well. Maybe age not on this side, but I mean, they used to say about goalkeepers, the older they get, the finer their wine. So I think the experience is still there. It's going to take a lot to beat Dele Ayunba from out there.
Dropped ball by the center referee. Dele Ayunba now in possession of the football. First 5 minutes of action done for the second 45. Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2, the 2023 Value Jet Pre-Season Cup Tournament, the semi-final, the first. Second semi-finals will come afterwards, and that's the Southwest Derby, Remo Stars and Shooting Stars. A corner kick as won there by Onyembuchi Obasi. And the crowd appreciate that effort, that show from Onyembuchi Obasi. A chance now for Beyond Limit to level proceedings. Onyembuchi Obasi. The cross comes in. Dele Ayunba is right there and picks up the pieces of the football. Dele Ayunba now goes long, open and trying to bring his own man, but Daniel has possession now. Has left fly that chance, can't keep the ball for his own sake. Kwara United now for Samuel, who press it to the right now, bringing in play. Omolaye Abiodun. Abiodun will strike, it's deflected, still to the part of Kwara United. They can't score a third goal here, unless Beyond Limits would have to defend this one. Musa Abdullahi. The cross comes, Samuel Nyaride, but Daniel has a very good view of the ball. So the first 7 minutes, it's not as fast as we had the first 7 minutes of the first half, where we saw 2 goals. I think they've started this second half really well as compared to the first. The first 10 minutes was really poor from Beyond Limit.
I think the difference between how both teams started in the first half and the second half is the energy from Kwara United. They've not had that same energy after the first 10 minutes of the game in the first half. So it's been all Beyond Limit. They've come out the way they ended the first. Maybe a little bit of drop of tempo in their game, but they've been decisive. They've been having all of the possession as well, forcing Kwara United to play on their own backs, with their back to goal. So it's really been good for Beyond Limit. But I think the intensity of the game will still go up, especially when one of these teams score another goal.
Intensity expected to go up. Good dribble. Straight dribbling his way. Referee says no problem. Play would continue. Spread long. Trying to find Samuel. Daniel controls with a beautiful first touch. Free kick now for Beyond Limit, quickly taken. Mohamed Abdullahi for Daniel Ayunba. Beyond Limit trying to play out from the back. Musa Abdullahi keeps the ball in play there. Good dribble from Dadio Suguni. Mohamed Abdullahi goes long. It's long out to Muhyiddin Olude. Can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't, and it's going to be a goal kick for Kwara United.
He gets applause for the effort he put into trying to keep the ball in play. He tried to make it go off or a throw-in rather than a goal kick, but I think the young man is explosive, and they know that when they mix the short passes and those long range passes, he's going to be the focal point, the man that you're going to be looking for. Playing with Muhyiddin Olude on one side and then Farouk Ogundare on the other side, I think it's going to be maybe a lot. They're going to try to overload those wing areas to force the fullbacks of Kwara United to stay back rather than come forward.
Coming forward now, beyond limits, Musa Abdullahi, good turn. Back now to Musa Abdullahi, Kwara United with Sadiq Yusuf. Rasta left the ball for Abdulaziz, who's still running through. Let's pick up the rest of the ball now. Farouk Ogundare. Still Farouk is up down. Referee says a free kick. And Farouk is demanding for a yellow card. And rightly so, he gets the yellow card. Not him now, his opponent. And that's Sadiq Yusuf. We'll see that again on replay. The confirmation of the yellow card to Omo Laoye Abiodun, just number 3, and not Sadiq Yusuf.
Beyond limit are forcing Kwara United to play the more physical game, and you feel like it's a MPFL game, but no, this is the Value Gel Preceding Tournament, and it's a game against an MPFL side and the Academy football side. But the way Beyond Limit have played, they've really turned this game on its head. They forced Kwara United to play more physical game and going in for the tackles.
Adejibu has come on for the second goal scorer, Sami Ayamide, at Beyond Limit. Well, has got to scream about their name. They made a mess of a shot there via Stanley Joseph, who was trying to, Akinyele was trying to shoot. I saw the pieces of the ball deflected to the part of the newly introduced Adejibu. But for now, it's still 1-2 in favor of Kwara United. It's Beyond Limit now with Farouk Ogundare. On the right, Dadius Oguni. Still Dadius with a cross. It's cleared off for a throw-in again to Beyond Limit Football Academy. Just 3 minutes shy of the hour mark. Still Beyond Limit. It's pulled back. It's pushed. A throw-in now for the Academy boys. Throwing now for Beyond Limits Football Academy. Kwara United now has possession in their own half, trying to play out from the back. It's intercepted by Beyond Limits Football Academy, who can now break for our second goal. The cross is swung into the area, into the back post. Kwara United clear their lines. It's back now to the Academy boys, who still own possession. Referee, a Scott playback, and we have a free kick to Beyond Limits, right on the edge of the center circle. Can confirm substitution for Kwara United as Sadiq Yusuf has now been introduced for the injured Shola Rahim, while also Ayo Adejibu was earlier introduced for Samuel Ayamide, the goal scorer of the second goal.
Sadiq Yusuf was the goal scorer in their victory over Heartland Football Club. He got that only goal in the game, the 1-0 victory. So he's coming on here to see if he can get his side another goal, get himself a second goal in the competition as well. Kwara United still leads this game by 1, just the hour mark played, and I think it's really going to be critical to see how they respond to the press from Beyond Limit.
responding to the press would be critical. Same way as it's going to be a critical 30 minutes plus stoppages for this Beyond Limits Football Academy team to find a leveler and possibly stretch the game to penalties. Daniel going long now for Beyond Limit. Kwara United clears off via Ayadejibu. Possession now for Stanley Joseph, who has spread it to find Onyebuchi Obasi. Onyebuchi Obasi keeps the ball in play, but referee says ball has gone into touch and a throw in for Kwara United.
But the crowd just wanting the referee to let that one go. They felt he kept it in play. The effort from Onyebuchi Obasi was really good, but it looked like all of the ball might just have crossed the line. It's difficult to see it from the angle that we're watching, but really applause to go to these Beyond Limit guys. They are not taking anything for granted. They're not leaving any stone unturned. They're going fully into every of the balls, and look at what they've cost for Kwara United players. The hamstrings are already telling, the muscles are telling for Kwara United players. These are players who will play in the MPFL football on the top flight in the coming season. They're playing against a team that will kick a ball in the second tier of Nigerian football. It's really ludicrous.
It's really nice to note that Beyond Limits are yet to kick a football in the second tier of the country's football league. However, they are showing signs that they really can compete when it gets to the NNL. If they can get performance like this against top teams in the NPFL, why not? They really can compete in the Nigerian National League. Kwara United have got a player down. Attending to him now are the medics. Kwara United, one of the traditional club sides in the country, have got a wee bit of history, yet to win the league title. They've changed their names more times than league titles won. That's speaking of 5 times. From 1974 to 1985, they were named the Kwara Water Corporation Football Club. From 1985 to 1980, they were the Kwara United Bombers of Ilorin. From 1990 to 1997, they were called Kwara Bombers Football Club of Ilorin. But from 1997 up until now, they are the Kwara United Football Club of Ilorin, after the state government bought ex-side Sparkers Football Club of Ibadan and renamed the team. Beyond Limits now in possession. Dele Ayenba going long now for his own teammates, can't bring Ayadejibo in play. Farouk Odumudare. Now Farouk, a pocket of a pass, a chance for Onyebuchi Obasi to strike a goal! Onyebuchi Obasi, beautiful! But the flag is up on the far side. The finish was absolutely blistering. But not blistering on this occasion. It's the flag of the assistant referee won. We will check that on replay again. Does not look like an offside. But what about this finish again? Boy, my oh my. In fairness, I've put up the adjective to describe the goal. The assistant referee on the far side says it's offside. We're checking on the replay. Samuel.
Yeah, the assistant referee on the far side has made an absolute mess of that one. It was not offside, it was a good pass. The decision to raise the flag, well, he got it all wrong there. We're not all above mistakes, but I think that was really crucial for the way Beyond Limit have played. They worked so well to pick that pocket of the pass. The pass was good in behind the defense, and the finish from Onyebuchi Obasi was absolutely fantastic. And to ruin all that effort without mistake, it's really sad for the lads, but I feel they can get another opportunity. I just hope that this doesn't haunt them before the end of the game.
For an academy team, decisions like that could be detrimental to how they approach the rest of the game. But these boys have got huge mentality. They've shown it over and over again. They're a side that would not care if you disallow a goal. They are such a side that creates loads of opportunities. So we want to believe that another will come for the boys. Now coming through, Farouk Ogudari center circle. The pass is beautiful again to Onyebuchi Obasi. But it's heavy. Onyebuchi can't run through to the ball. 65 minutes of action gone from the Ramos Star Stadium in Ikene, the first semi-final of the 2023 ValueJet Pre-Season Cup Tournament, as proudly brought to you by our premium sponsors, ValueJet, one of Nigeria's fastest growing airlines in the country. Onyebuchi Obasi, the pass this time is really good. It's got in company, Shino, still Shino, whose effort has been cleared off. Back now for Kwara United, who have possession of the ball. Beyond limits now, Muhyiddin Olude. Back now for a good dribble, trying to find Muhyiddin in the box. Muhyiddin goes for the byline, but round the ball for a goal kick to Kwara United. 65 minutes, good football all round here in Ikene. The pocket of fans are enjoying this game of football. Now Kwara United up the visa for Okoro Victor. The Unlimited have now one possession back. The passer trying to find Shino was heavy there. Kwara United cannot break play. Still Kwara United. With Samuel for Thank God. Strike, wow, deflected. Almost going in as an own goal. The Kwara United win for themselves a corner kick as they prepare 3 substitutions. Kabir Balogun is coming on. Kabir Balogun coming on for Kwara United. There is also Nwani Ikechuku with Yinka Adewale. Sorry, beg your pardon, Bernard Voke. Beautiful dribble there from Paruba Aguirre. He's impeded. Referee says no problem. He ran out of gas. Was trying to win himself a free kick, but he couldn't fool the referee there. Wanted to fool the referee in the first half, maybe?
Yeah, it was just unlucky there. He ran out of gas. There was too much energy from the Kwara United defender. But I think the introduction of Antonio Maka for Kwara United is going to be very pivotal here. They want to go with more firepower in the attack. They've taken out Omolaoye Abiodun. So let's see how it goes for them.
Dele Ayunuga now for a goal kick to Kwara United. Farouk Ogundare has one possession now for Shina. Rolls it to Muhyiddin Olude. Still Muhyiddin Olude is finding his feet to dribble, waiting for a decoy run. The decoy run comes. The cross comes through for a beyond limit, touches at the referee, and the referee has now called playback for a drop ball.
They're cooking again. They're cooking once again. Beyond Limits are cooking once again. They're piling up the pressure on Kwara United, and now they've got them pegged back in their own half. They're calling all the shots, dictating all the play, playing from the right hand and the left hand channel as well. Switching play between Muhyiddin Olude as well as Farouk Ngudare, and trying to pick up Ariri Parabo in the box. So I think the play has been good for Beyond Limit. Kwara United can't seem to get out of the half. Every time they advance past the center line, it looks like they're always going to lose possession. See how much of the introduction from Kabir Balogun is going to do for them playing on the right hand side in the defense.
Defending now is beyond limit as Kwara United try to spring some couple of passes together for an attack. They are pegged back now and still in the center circle. Amaka Anthony. As beyond limit has one possession now for Daniel Ayunugba. Mohamed to Ahmed Akinyele. Now Ahmed for Dadios Oguni. Back to Ahmed. Daniel Ayunugba. Ahmed. Still beyond limit. 20 minutes left to play. 78 minutes mark. Beyond Limit Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2, 2023 ValueJet Pre-Season Cup Tournament brought to you by our proud sponsors, ValueJet Airline, and our associate sponsor, Optimus Bank. Well, sincerely do appreciate the 379 fans on our live stream. An absolute pleasure to have you join us on this live broadcast for this pre-season game and these numbers, Samuel.
A really strong one that ValueJet has put together in the competition, and I think I love the followership of Nigerian football. You really need to give it to the fans. They love their football as well. They want to see more of this. They want to see these teams play, be it pre-season, be it in the national, in the league itself proper. But I think what we need to ensure that we do is that we continue to have these broadcasts even when the league resumes, because if it's not there, the fans will not be able to see it. Everybody will not be opportune. Not everybody will be opportune to go to the stadium to see this game. So yeah, that's why you need to ensure that you have broadcasts, not just any kind of broadcast, quality broadcasts as well, to let people see this game in real time, be able to see the highlights, be able to see replay. I think it's really been good what ValueJet has done in this tournament so far. And shout out to the fans who have been here. They've been really fantastic with all of their comments on the social media platform.
Beyond limit now with Saruko Budari. The pass is beautiful. Flicked on to Karubayeri, and the flag comes for an offside. However, the offside will not happen. The referee has now failed to make use of the ball advantage, has now allowed for a free kick to Beyond Limit Football Academy. He had called for an advantage, but after the flag was up for offside, they now have a free kick of their own. Kwara United, oh, beautifully done. Still Kwara United now, they can attack. It's back for offside. 17 minutes left for Beyond Limit to find a goal that would stretch this one for penalty. 17 minutes left to even get 2 more goals. Strike from range there from Amaka, but Daniel will run through to the ball to quickly restart play from the back for Beyond Limit. Ahmed Akinyele. Still Ahmed. Mohamed now for Beyond Limit. Back to Ahmed. Ahmed goes long. A push there from Muhyiddin Olude has won Kwara United a free kick.
No matter how much you want to commend the play of Beyond Limit, you need to also commend the play from Kwara United. They've done very well to press high in the early stages of the game and win themselves 2 goals. And I think now to be able to defend those 2 goals, despite how high the Beyond Limit are pressing, it's a lot to applaud for them. It shows that when they go into the lead, they know how to hold the lead. And that's what you want to see from some of these sides. Because in the NPFL, it's really how much you can keep it tight at the back after scoring goals. And that's what they've done here today. They've kept it tight at the back, conceded once, and they've been locking all of the channels. And I think you need to give credit to Kabiru Balogun, give credit as well to Coach Dogo, and give credit to the entire Kwara United team.
A substitution for Beyond Limits Football Academy now. Abbas Olasunkanmi and the Promise Meliga being prepared to come on. To leave the stage is Oyembusi Obasi. Well, it appears like Oyembusi Obasi has tired out. If not, I am honestly wondering the substitution. Meanwhile, a free kick for Kabiru Balogun to take. It's well over. Fails to hit the target. Fails to trouble Daniel Ayunimba. Inside the final 15 minutes of action here from the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene. Still Beyond Limits Football Academy 1, Kwara United 2. Samuel, are we hopefully going to get another goal? Oh, we've seen the 3 goals in the first half already. You know, football, a bloody hell like they say. It's really a funny sport.
You really don't know how this one is going to turn out. You don't know where it's going to twist to. You don't know where it's going to crack. These teams look like they've still got a lot to offer us here today. But you don't know where the goal is going to come from, and you also feel like a goal might not come. But Kwara United lost out at this same stage in the previous edition of the Value J Cup. They lost out in the semi-finals, but now they look like they want to do themselves one better and get to the final. Only that last time out they were defeated by Remo Stars, and now they play the academy side. You know, it's an opportunity for them.
Dadios Oguni and Parabayeri have now make way for victory. Borough. Back for Daniel Ayunimba. Still Daniel. Goes long now. Bringing his own teammates in play. Trying to find Promise Meliga. Promise Meliga can through to the ball. And it's now going to be a goal kick for Kwara United. Promise Meliga, X down for Shino. Shino can't keep the ball. Has lost it for Sadiq Yusuf. Promise Meliga now. Meliga long trying to find Shino, but the pass is too heavy. It's now going to be a goal kick for the Afonja Warriors. The goal kick is taken hard and long, but into the center circle for a drop and control ball by the Beyond Limits Football Academy. Still Kwara United now scrambling for every piece of the ball. It's a free kick to Beyond Limit. The first for a chance now for Beyond Limit to strike. A second goal is struck! But it's wide.
Oh, big chance. Big chance there, Mike. Just unable to find the target. He really could have sort of his feet as quickly as possible. He didn't get the right contact. It wasn't clean, but he'll take the effort and try to go again.
Muidin Olude now trying to come for a chance for Beyond Limit Football Academy. 10 minutes left of the final game. The first semi-final, final minutes. A corner kick to Beyond Limit. Muidin Olude right, winning the corner kick for his side.
How they pick out that pocket of pass, the spaces between the two center defenders is really intelligently done. You just find a runner in behind the defense and then they slip in that pass. It's really brilliant.
The corner kick is swung in by Promise Maliga. Right on time is Dele Ayinga, who is down on the turf. Some players of Kwara United are not happy with that, as there is an attempt to have words with Ahmed Akinyele. It's very possible that the Kwara United player claiming that, now man, you fall like that, or no, they do so.
I mean, Mike, the contact is going to take everybody down. He's a goalkeeper. When he feels the contact, he has to go down, stay down, and he'll just play a little bit to the gallery. I mean, why wouldn't you, if you're a midfielder as well and you make those turns and the player touches you, even if it's the slightest, you go down. I mean, everybody needs to appreciate the fact that you're doing a good job. So far, Dele has done a good job. Daniel has done a good job as well. And the entire players, 22 players on the pitch here today, have done fantastically well.
Still Beyond Limit. Sadiq Yusuf keeping possession for Kwara United now, who has taken it back for his own teammate. Headed wide. An high-full challenge, I think, from Stanley Joseph. The player is down on the turf. We're waiting the decision of the referee here. What would the referee decide? That was really high from Stanley Joseph and pretty reckless.
High and reckless, but what I'm looking at here more is the fact that these young players are not scared going toe-to-toe with these people. Really bad tackle, Mike, really bad tackle. And the fact that the referee already put his hand to his back pocket, you'd be scared that he's not reaching for his red card, because I think it's really a red card tackle. But my, really high, Samad Pokola, that tackle was really bad. But they were not scared of going toe-to-toe. Kwara United had their players coming to surround Samad, and they stood up for their players as well. They all went into the challenge and went into the scuffle. Look at that again. Oh, really bad tackle. Oh, really reckless. Should be getting the sending off. Don't be surprised. It's only a yellow card. Good luck for him.
He should be happy, but a second yellow card for sending off. Samad Pukola has had a very good tournament, but now he has been told to walk.
Yeah, he once picked up the Player of the Match award, and I think he has been very critical and instrumental for how BL Limit have played. But I think now losing him and going a player down is going to be really bad for BL Limit. They've got just less than 6 minutes to play and find an equalizer, and now they have to do it with a man down, how is that going to affect their play? Now again, we look towards the bench, we look towards the technical area. Coach Olumide, what is going to be your response to the sending of your critical central midfielder?
Well, there is another central midfielder to help with, that is Musa Abdullahi. The substitution in the first half had Coach Olumide substituting Musa Abdullahi for Billy Amiyu, allowing him to play a two-back line, a two-defensive midfielder. The pivot was there, and I think that helped them not to concede more. Really quick and fast for Coach Olumide to recognize the need for another defensive midfield cover. 5 minutes left of the first semi-final game at the 2023 Value Jets Cup. 5 minutes left for Beyond Limit to find a leveler. 5 minutes with just 10 men. Well, 5 minutes and stoppages left for Kwara United to play in the final. Kwara United have got 4 minutes plus stoppages left to finally get into the final of the Valley Jet Pre-Season Cup tournament. Last time out, they were here. They lost to Remo Stars in the semi-final. Once beaten is twice shy, they say. Maybe they are looking ahead to now go a step further. But for now, Promise Meliga for this free kick for Beyond Limit. Promise is swung in. Dele Ayenuba is there to quickly clear the ball off. Big punching save. A corner kick now for a Beyond Limit. Corner kick by Promise Meliga. It's back into the area. It's heavy. On the replay is the free kick from Promise Meliga. That was destined for the back of the net until Dele Ayenuba proved why readily is a veteran of the game. Dele Ayenuba. Still Dele Ayenuba now was now picked the ball. It took less than 50 seconds for me to mention Dele Ayenuba and Dele Ayenuba in the same passage of play. It's such a beautiful sight to behold. A throw in now for Kwara United. They can now see the game off, but they've got to be very careful. Here they come now with an attack. Ayadejibu for Kwara United. Keep the ball in play. Still Kwara United. Good dribble infield. Running through now to defend this one for Beyond Limit. A good defending and a throw in for the Academy boys. Kwara United now have possession in the center circle. Sadiq Yusuf spreads it to the right. Referee is happy with that challenge. A free kick now for Beyond Limit Football Academy. A throw in, I beg your pardon. A throw in. A free kick for Beyond Limit Football Academy now after a foul on Farouk Ogundari, who is back to continue play at Kwara United. Man management there. Ahmed Akinyele standing on the free kick. Ahmed now. Stanley Joseph. Stanley Joseph goes long. But no red shirt in the box. Shina couldn't get through to that. Marshall in the defense is showing big experience in this game. I think I understand why the Kwara United coach decided to use De La Yoruba here today. You need experience to play against these boys. If you just throw in some legs, they will just run over. And they started really quick and fast. Promise Meliga now. The fans are urging him to go. The first time delivering to the box would not meet Shina. Shina would not get through to the ball. Ahmed Akinyele now defending for Beyond Limits. Still Ahmed. Ahmed Akinyele has won a free kick for the Academy boys. 5 minutes of stoppages to play. 5 minutes for Kwara United to go a step forward into the final for the very first time in their history for a final of the Valley Jack Pre-Season Cup tournament. While it's 5 minutes left for Beyond Limit to make history for themselves by also getting into the final.
Kwara United have worked so hard in this competition. They've worked so hard to get back into this level from the previous level where they were, finishing in the semi-finals in the last competition, the last time out, and now going themselves one better to play in the final the way it is going to be. And that's where I think they can really pat themselves on the back, they can applaud themselves. And that same goes for Beyond Limit as well. They were not prepared for this tournament. They were on holidays, really just returning from the Gautier Cup in Sweden, and then had to be drafted to play into the Valley Jazz Cup after the withdrawal of Sunshine Stars. So I think they've done very well for themselves as well, getting to the semi-final and putting up this kind of performance. They can take all the praises, get all their flowers, but I think Kwara United have done so well too, and they deserve a place in the final too.
A place in the final awaits between Beyond Limits and Kwara United. For now, it's Kwara United who are edging closer to Thursday's final. The Thursday's final would kick off at 3 p.m. Nigerian time. The second semi-final today is 4:30 p.m. between Remo Stars and Shooting Stars, the Southwest Derby. A quick one, just like you know, Remo Stars have never lost a game against Shooting Stars, be it a friendly, be it a competitive game. They've really stood their ground against Shooting Stars. A corner kick now for Kwara United to extend the lead. It's cleared off by Ahmed Akinyele. Franco Gundari is down on the top. Amuidin Alude. So got in a throw-in for Kwara United. Kwara United trying to see off the game now. Game management, important. Beyond Limits have for themselves. A scored by the referee. Over 400 individuals watching this semi-final game. We sincerely appreciate your presence. I mean, in Nigeria, it's not so easy to see people use their hard-earned money for data and be on a live stream. We sincerely appreciate you from all over the organizers of the Valley Jack Pre-Season Cup tournament. Appreciation maybe now for Beyond Limit. They've got 2 minutes left to find a leveler and force this game into penalties. Muidin Lolude. A goal kick for Kwara United. Tick-tock. Kwara United in the final. Tick-tock. Beyond Limit exiting. Or tick-tock, a possibility of penalties.
You can't rule anyone out, but the percentages, the probability is just drifting towards Kwara United getting their place and booking their place in the final of this competition. And now, with the way this game has turned out to be, a lot of people expected or predicted that Beyond Limit will make it into the final after the kind of showing that they put on in the game, but they're not done yet. They aren't.
They're not done yet now. To strike at goal. Deflection is a goal for Beyond Limit. Shino! Oti Shino! The boys are elated. The boys are happy. The entirety of this stadium is in jubilation. It's not done until it's done. That is why it's called the football bloody hell. Samuel, you call that?
He wasn't done yet. Beyond me, look at this turn. Absolutely fantastic by Farouk Ogundare. The vision as well to pick up his man on the far side, just dragging the defender to himself. And look at the strike. Olude Muyideen was blocked. Fell kindly for Shino Ayodele. He wasn't going to make any mistake from that distance. The strike came at the right time. These boys have put everything they've got into this game. And rightly so, they deserve to be level and take the game into penalties.
So penalties would await unless Kwara can pick out something from the extraordinary. It's done. It's over. We would head into the luxury of penalties. Some pockets of fans that have left this stadium. Beyond Limits kept on pushing beyond their limit, and they've now stretched this game from 2 goals down. 2-2 at full time. One from the penalty spot by Farouk Ogundare. Second, stabbed home from close range by Shino for Beyond Limits Football Academy. Kwara United has scored first via the boots of Tengod and Samia Yarinde. But for now, it has finished at regulation time. Beyond Limits Football Academy 2, Kwara United 2. We are heading to penalties. Do not go anywhere. Do not blink. If you do so, you would miss something. What a game, boy. It has been an enjoyable 95 minutes of a kick of the football. 4 goals scored, the tackles, the dribbles, 2 yellow cards, resulting to a penalty, to a red card, I beg your pardon, for Samad Kopola. This one is why, indeed, we love the round leather game. We will check on the highlights again. The comeback started from here, with Farouk Ogundare sending Dele Ayenuga the wrong way to score from the penalty spot, 2-1. And the boys waited and waited, kept on pushing. And we are 2-2 full time. The turn from Farouk Ogundare, absolutely beautiful. My boy, I call him my boy. There's a reason I call him my boy. Farouk, my guy.
Is a Rolls-Royce midfielder. I've said that a lot of times on duties here. The way he turns, it's almost like he's got no waste. The oiling on his body is so good. It reminds you of the Iniesta in the middle of the park. So fluid in his movement. My Coach Olumide is elated. Look at him. Joy on his face at the fact that these guys with a man down were still able to hold their own and put pressure on the Kwara United side. And then they deserve that goal. They deserve to be on level terms. Absolutely fantastic for them. The fans that have come out here in their numbers, as well as the fans who are watching on the stream, have totally enjoyed themselves. This was a screen-worthy game, Mike. An absolutely beautiful game. And now to see this game end up, I called it on penalties, Mike. I said I want to see this game end up penalties. It has to end on penalties. These goalkeepers have to go head-to-head. It's going to be Daniel against Dele. And who knows, the final penalty, like you said, might come from the boot of one of them.
It's about time for the luxury of a penalty. 5 penalties for Beyond Limits, 5 for Kwara United. Any one of these sides that go on to blink first would not play in the final.
Wow. That this Kwara United are this close to exiting at the semi-final again. Any penalty is there for anyone to take. It's anybody's football. You really can't predict it. But if Kwara United go on to lose this game on penalties, they have themselves to blame. But if Beyond Limits win, it's going to be a real party here in Ikene.
So I spoke of game management. I wanted to say man management from the coach Kabir Dogo. But I spoke of game management, and that's to speak of a corner kick was awarded to Kwara United far left-hand side. I wonder why they fail not to ease the pressure right there. They decide to go long instead of keeping it right there. Yeah, you might go on to say, oh, you're wasting time against Academy boys, but the Academy boys also do not show respect. They don't show respect. So you also have to take the game to them. You have to take the game as serious as possible. That corner kick right there, we see it from teams, should have been the moment they would see out the game, but they decided to go long to be infantile now. Both father and son take a lone walk.
This picture is beautiful, Mike. This is beautiful. Dele Daniel, this is absolutely beautiful.
Both are not looking at each other's face. Both are not interested in maybe the family name would be dented. Surely it's two ways. Family name in the final, family name outside, one would get to the final.
Yeah, it's still a win-win for the family. It's either the father goes or the son goes home, but either ways we're going to be hearing the name Ayenugba in the final of this game. And then Kwara United are going to be playing first, Mike. Kabir
Balogun to go first for Kwara United up against the youngster Dele Daniel. They would be attacking at the half of Beyond Limits. Kabir Balogun stops, shoots, it scores. 1-0 to Kwara United. Daniel walks past his father, no sign of friendly look.
This is business, and business is business. When we're done with the game, we'll go back to the hostilities and formalities. Good penalty from Kabir Balogun, and now it's up to Farouk Gadari, the Rolls-Royce midfielder who has been absolutely inch perfect in everything he's done in the game today. He's got a big task to get past Dele Ayenugba.
Farouk Ogundari to take this penalty for Beyond Limits Football Academy. Takes 8 steps back. A long walk. Farouk Ogundari. It strikes bottom corner. Same way as Kabir Balogun, it's 1-1. As we were.
Yeah, as we were, the clinicality in the penalty was really good. He went for the far right, the bottom corner, and he hit it with so much power. So to get power and placement on that kind of strike is really difficult. Yeah, watch that again. Far angle. Dele gets right, he stretched, just unable to get it. A good decision on the penalty, good execution as well.
Well, we must add how big Dele Ayenugba is when it comes to penalty saves.
Yeah.
He's really a good penalty merchant. I must add that. Sadiq Yusuf for Kwara United just signed a 2-year contract. Sadiq Yusuf. It's saved! It's saved by Daniel Ayenugba. His father applauds that. More like, that's it, my son.
A big save from Daniel. He read that one very well. Sadiq Yusuf, who got the goal against Hartman, felt he was going to be able to send the goalkeeper the wrong way, but wait, watch this, his focus and concentration. Daniel, he saw where he was going to play. He took a little step and then flew off his mark. That was a really great penalty, and yeah, the fist bump from his father. I saw it, don't worry, I see you. Well done, man, well done. A great save, great stop.
Great save. Ahmed Akinyele now up for Beyond Limits. It's 2-1 in favor of Beyond Limits in the penalty now. Once he scores, it turns 2-1. United took first. Ahmed, he has rolled that in. So cute. He bows, appreciates God for that show of a beautiful kick of the football.
Yeah, he went straight down the middle. Most times when a penalty goes straight down the middle, it's difficult for the goalkeeper because they've already picked the side that they want to go to. You saw Dele just going already. Yeah, that's it already. He's picked the spot, Dele. And Ahmed, let's go straight the middle.
Ayo Adejubu. The fans are screaming over the bar. The fans at the stadium are of Beyond Limit. Ayo Adejubu now. He struck the crossbar. 2 successive penalties is missed by Beyond Limit by Kwara United. It's missed by Kwara United. Beyond Limit would now go for their own kick.
Ayo Adejubu was brought in as a substitute to change the face of the game for Kwara United, and he's gone on to miss a spot kick. But that one looked like he had beaten Daniel, but was unable to beat the crossbar. and that's offered about a chance for Beyond Limit to extend their lead even further. And it's Olude Muhyiddin.
Muhyiddin Olude now to extend and stretch the scoreline on penalties. Muhyiddin against Dele Ayenuga. Muhyiddin Olude is saved by Dele Ayenuga. The Ayenuga family are indeed showing why their family is known to be a mainstay in terms of goalkeepers that are really good on penalties. That was a great catch.
A great stop by Dele. He saw that one all the way. He read it, and I think you need to applaud Dele for what he's done in terms of keeping that penalty out. So he's kept the lead at just 1 goal difference between the two sides.
Kwara United scored their own penalties now. Beautiful penalty. We must add that was absolutely staggering. Thank God Ikeogu he scored in 90 minutes. He has also scored now in the penalty shootout. What a player.
Yeah, good penalty for him. He scored in regulation time. He's also scored now. So yeah, I think it's still an opportunity for Beyond Limit to extend the lead. It's 4 for Kwara played already, and just 3 for Beyond Limit. So if they score, they go back ahead by 1.
The 4th penalty for Beyond Limit. Mohamed Abdullahi for Beyond Limit. Mohamed, the crossbar and into the back of the net. How lucky, how lucky.
But you could say he was trying to be as clinical as possible because he went for that far corner. If it was inches away from the corner, you feel like Dele would have stopped that spot kick. But he was helped by the upright, and I think they'll take it wherever way it comes. If Kwara misses this one, it's all over for them. And if they score well, Beyond Limit will need to score their final penalty. And that's Daniel in goal. What I want to say is that look at the frame of Daniel in goal and compare it to the frame of Dele Ayenuga in goal. One is big, one is really small, but the quality both have. It's really good.
Really good to also see the fans. They appreciate this one. Kwara United. Omaka Anthony. Omaka Anthony for Kwara United. Omaka! Beautiful. Oh, that was some penalty.
Yeah, clinically dispatched. Omaka Anthony. He knew where he wanted to take it to. He picked his spot and he hit it very hard into that place. Daniel couldn't get to it. He saw it, he guessed right, but a really good penalty. Applause.
If Beyond Limit Football Academy scored this one as Victory Iboro runs, picks his spot, caresses the ball.
Pressure on him. This is pressure penalty, Mike.
Victory Iboro. Iboro for the victory for Beyond Limit. Iboro strikes and scores! Victory assured of the boat of Victory Iboro. Oh wow! Bedlam! Absolute bedlam! A blur of red noise in the stadium. These boys can really play football. Father and son hugs each other at the far side. He appreciates his son. After this game, they would speak behind the scene and how proud Dele Ayenuga would be of his son Daniel. Beyond Limits would contest for the trophy and a prize of 2 million naira come Thursday against either of Remo Stars or Shooting Stars. It has finished from the Remo Stars Stadium in Kenya. It's Beyond Limits, beyond their own limits, and into the final of the 2023 ValueJet Pre-Season Cup Tournament, as proudly brought to you by ValueJet Airlines, our proud sponsors and associate sponsors in the Optimus Bank. Thank you so much for being on this live broadcast with us. We will be back for the second semi-final in about 20 minutes time from now. My name is Michael Inyam, and microphone is an absolute pleasure to have described this mental game. We'll see you for the second semi-final.
so it is the